and welcome to the Light Within Us podcast, where we share raw and honest experiences on topics affecting Kenyans and Africans. In our first season, we're opening up about an often silenced topic of miscarriage. We want this to be a safe space where women, their partners, and their communities can share real and heartfelt experiences. Our hope is that by sharing these stories, we can help those who've gone through or will go through a miscarriage feel less alone and more supported. We also hope that in sharing these stories, we can change the conversation around miscarriage and have a little bit more compassion in this conversation. I'm your host, Melissa Kiplagat. Let's begin. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us for another episode. I'm really excited for today's episode. I'm sitting in front of a wonderful woman. We've just been talking, we've been vibing, and I will let you introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Corinne Kaki. I am a rapper, music producer, and a DJ.
She is a creative all around. She's done everything in the field.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us about, I guess, where your life was at the beginning of your pregnancy journey. Were you guys planning on getting pregnant? Were you with your partner? Did you want children? Did you want to get pregnant at that time? What was that situation?
I had been married, I think, for 2 years at the time.
Okay. How old are you?
20. I got married at 26, so this is at 28 now.
Okay, it's a good age.
Yeah. Yeah. And we were actually trying. We had just started trying.
Okay.
So I had gotten off birth control, and so this was like 3 months off of birth control.
Okay.
And so we were actively trying. And so it was cool. We were happy, we were excited. We're like in a group of friends, and like all our friends were also getting kids. So it was like this thing. I don't know, like it's the time. And it was like, yeah. So that was like the context. And so this was our first like try where we actually conceived.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take me through that day when you found out you were pregnant, or did you have symptoms that led you to think you're pregnant, or you're just like, yeah.
I was tracking everything. You know, when you're trying for real, like every day you're just there on your app. You're like, yo.
Yeah.
So I noticed when my first period was late, I was just already like, So after 5 days of being late, because my period was like always exactly on 28 days. So I was like, So after 5 days, I was like excited. I went to the pharmacy. I got the test. It was positive. And I was just like, actually, I think we were working that day. And it was like the petrol station pharmacy. Like I was just like, no, I just really, really need to know. Like I'm so excited. I really need to know.
Wait, you took the test at the...
No, I bought it there.
Okay.
Then when we got home, I tested, and then I just went out and I'm like, I'm pregnant. And he was so excited. We were so happy. It was wow. I don't know. It was very, like, finally, okay, I know it has just been 2 months. Like, but like, I was just like, yay. Because I really wanted, so, okay, I don't know if that sounds like FOMO, but, my friends had gotten pregnant like 2 months before and another 3 months before.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, oh my God, you're going to get kids in the same year. Yeah. Like it was so cool, So yeah, that was the excitement and just basically happy. Yeah.
Okay. So how long was it before you realized something was wrong? And what was it that made you think something's wrong?
At around 9 weeks. At this time, I think I did the ultrasound at around 8 weeks.
Okay.
So felt the heartbeat, nini, and I was like so excited, taking pictures, and we're like, yay. I had my appointment with the gyna and everything was fine.
Okay.
So at around 9-10 weeks, I remember it was a Sunday. I'm using the bathroom and I see brown discharge. But then when I Google, it's like, no, brown discharge is okay. I call my gyna. I'm like, yo, there's this brown discharge. Is that a lot? But it's kind of like, She's like, don't worry, it's fine. Like brown discharge is normal at this time.
Yeah.
However, if by any chance it turns red, like bright red, call me immediately. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's just brown. I'm observing, just brown. But then I tell my friend at church, I'm like, yo, this thing, it's a bit concerning because now it's like a lot of brown. Like it's now new mob. And she's like, no, don't worry. Even me, I had that. Like, you'll be fine. Yeah. So I'm like, sir, whatever. Like, I just move on. So on Monday morning, hubby had gone to work, and then I'm in the house. Then there was like the cleaning lady was around, so I was just in my bedroom. Then I just started feeling some weird, like crampy pain, and I'm like, then I started feeling wet. So I go to the bathroom and I wipe, red, bloodshot red, and like heavy period red. You know, so I'm like, pull up what? My brain just automatically was like, okay, no, Corinne, this can't. No.
Not real life.
No. This is a mistake. Like maybe I'm seeing the brown as red. Like maybe it's my eyes that have a problem. Or like, you know, it's just like And so like I panic, but then I go, and because now it's a lot, I just go and wear a pad. Which I think I was even lucky that I had a pad, because like when I got pregnant, I was like, I don't need this. But luckily I still had like, these are like 2-3 left. So I wear one, and then I called the doctor, and she's like, okay. No, first I didn't call her first. I called my husband, and I'm like, yo, I don't know, this is like, I'm bleeding, it's red. First he wasn't like understanding. He's like, don't worry, I think it's still gonna be okay. Like, we'll just talk to the doctor. Like, I don't think it's an issue. Like, sometimes, you know, maybe I'm like, this is not sporting. This is a lot. He's like, okay, Sawa, let me come. So he's on his way. I call the doctor, because now I start cramping like heavily. Like, and I used to have like cramps before. This was worse. Like, this was so bad. It was so painful. And then in like 30 minutes, the pad was full. So I'm changing my pad. I'm just like, oh my God. So already clearly I'm like, okay, yeah. By the time the pad had jarred, I was like, yeah, this is happening. This is definitely happening. It's a miscarriage. And I'm crying and I'm just there. I even just told the mama, for just go. Like, she was literally in the middle of washing clothes. And I just told her, just end her too, please. Because you know how when you're going through something, you don't want someone you don't know like that around you. So we had to end her too. She literally left clothes half washed and some are still in the water. I was like, just go. So I'm crying, I'm calling.
And at this point, you're home alone.
I'm home alone. So I called my friend. I'm like, I think I'm having a miscarriage. She's like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. But she was like, so far, she was in Thika. So she's just like, I'm sorry, like, let me try and come. Like, I'm finishing my class, I'll come.
Yeah.
So in about an hour and a half is when hubby arrives. So at this time, I'm on my third pad.
Wow,
and the pain is excruciating. Like, I'm in fetal position, just like in pain.
Were you in pain the whole hour?
The whole hour.
Oh,
it was constant pain. It was like labor. Like, you know, like it was terrible. Which I was like, it doesn't even make sense, because now there was also like chunks coming out.
Yeah.
So we get to first she says we go to the ultrasound first just to confirm, and I was like, confirm what? Like,
is this your gyna telling you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get to the ultrasound, and they check, and clearly like it's like half missing, like it's just there's no heartbeat, of course, and that guy can't tell you, like the guy who's doing the unique. So I'm trying to tell him, just tell me like the truth, because you know you're holding out like some tiny hope, but then and he's just like, I'm sending the results to the doctor. I'm like, just clearly you're not seeing a heartbeat. There's nothing. It's just like weird.
Yeah.
And
can I ask,
not
like, when you and your hubby were going to get the ultrasound or like leaving the house, like even just that car ride, like where was your head at? Like, where were your emotions at?
I was just crying. I'm like, why God? Like, why? Like, because I'm sure, like at this point, I'm sure, because there are chunks coming out. And I'm like, I was just crying, and he's just like, I'm so sorry. Like, don't worry. We're going to be okay. Don't worry. Let's just get to the doctor. Because he's just trying to manage me. Because me, I'm spiraling. I'm crying, like, and then I'm in pain. So I'm just like,
that whole time you were in pain?
The whole constant pain. Like, it wasn't like come and go. Like, it was just like maybe going for like 2 minutes, and then it's back, and I'm just like, yeah. So I'm just holding my stomach. I'd taken like ibuprofen. Is that how you said? Yeah. But it wasn't helping. I'm just like in pain. So we get there, we get to the nini. So at the ultrasound, he says he sent it to the doctor. So we just go to the doctor in the next room, and so she just confirms, and she's like really sorry. She was very good. Like she was very empathetic. She hugged me. Like she actually just like, hugged and embraced me for a while, which is good because like she was friendly. She was friendly even in the first visits. So I felt that comfort from a woman. You know, sometimes like I feel like sometimes men don't know how to properly. I don't know.
They just don't know.
Like,
They just don't know. Yeah.
So it was nice. She just literally she didn't even let go until now. I was ready to let go, which I think really helped.
And at this
then
point, you're still just crying.
I am still just crying. Like, so now she gave me now a pill to flush everything out, and then now gave me like a painkiller to the ones you put at the back, because the pain was too much. She was like, "This, you need something
you're
for."
Still in pain at this point.
Yeah, I'm still in pain at this point. So she gave me that because she said now the pain is gonna get worse because of the pill. Yo, so I have the painkiller inserted. But the pain, oh my God.
The pain when you're still at the doctor's office, or
the pain
when
now
you've gone
after the
home?
pill. So she was like, just go straight home.
Yes.
Go straight home. This medicine will help, but it's not
hurts.
going to alleviate all the pain.
Okay.
So the first like 3 hours are going to suck.
Wow.
And they did. They really sucked those first 3 hours. But after that, it was fine. So she told me you're going to bleed for 6 weeks. And yeah, like it will now like get lesser and lesser and lesser until the end of the 6 weeks. So yeah, that was the experience. Yeah.
Okay, so so you're back home, you've taken this pill.
Yeah.
You've gone through your 3 hours of hell. Does the pain stop at that point?
Yeah, the pain stopped after the 3 hours. Now it was now calm.
And you didn't have any pain beyond that?
No, I did not have any pain.
And then take me through like what's happening, I guess, in your home with you and your husband at that time after, like those days after.
It was crazy because I was so excited for this pregnancy. I done told everybody. Like I told everybody I was pregnant. Like my friends at church, my family, all know I'm pregnant. Because after the first ultrasound is when I was like, let's tell everyone. And then literally a week and a half after, you know. So my mind was just like, crap, I shouldn't have told people because now I have to tell people it's not there because they're going to be asking, you know. Because now everyone is like, so how is the pregnancy going? And you just have to be like, they're like tears. So at that time, immediately when it was happening, I was like, oh my God, I have to start telling people that I've miscarried. This is so embarrassing. I don't know why that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, there's those questions like, what did I do? Because even at the doctor, I remember asking her like, what could have caused this? Like I did everything right. Like, you know, I wasn't okay at that time. I wasn't even drinking in the first place. I was like, I've not drunk. I've not taken any drugs. I've not like, I've been eating healthy. I've been taking my folic acid. Like, you know, I've done everything right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So she was telling me sometimes it's chemical imbalances that just happen and the fetus just feel it wasn't going to make it anyway. So the body just has a way of churning it out. And I'm just like, okay, because she was really trying to make me feel like it's not your fault.
But did you feel like it was your fault anyway?
Yeah, at a point, of course. Like, because you're just questioning, like, but why? Like, because when you're logical, you're just like, it doesn't make like I want to know the reason. Like it can't be
nothing.
Like, yeah. So yeah, there was just that at the back of my mind constantly, like, or I'm like, did I not pray enough? Like, was I not like, you know, like, Connie was good. So there was that definitely. So after I was like, man, I was still having those questions, and I think also it affected my hubby at that time so much. Because like just before that, his dad had died.
Oh my
so
gosh.
This was now just another death just happening. Anyway, it was crazy. And so he didn't know how to deal with it. And he deals with grief in solitude, like quiet, and let's not talk about it. Yeah. So, and for me, I'm an expressive person.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, like, can we talk about it? Can we grieve together? Can we? So there's that disconnect.
Yes.
So now I'm feeling alone because you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then even when I would tell my friends about it, he was like, don't tell everybody. Like, why are you telling everybody? Because he doesn't like people asking him questions and so, but I'm like, but man, I need to talk. I need to talk. I need to let it out of my system.
Yeah.
So that was like really challenging, I think, for me, that I felt like the one person who we are going through this together doesn't grieve the same way as me.
Yes.
So it was a bit hard. It was definitely hard.
In that moment, did you have, I guess, the understanding of, okay, this is the way he grieves, okay, he's gone through this and this?
Yeah.
Or in that moment where you're just like, I just need you to be here for me, why are you not doing it?
It was both. Because I was like, I understand that this is how you are, because I've seen him through a number of grief processes and I know that's how he is. But I was like, but then now I also need you to be here for me, because however much, yes, this was our thing, me and you, this was our baby, but it happened to me.
Yes.
So if there's like, I am more victim right now. Like, at that moment, I'm like, you need to just go slightly be stronger for me, and just be there. So I felt like I was lacking that at the point. He was doing his best, but I could also tell, of course, he's also hurting and everything. So that was a bit of an issue. So like I confided a bit more in my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and my friends, because even I feel like my family didn't know what to do, because my mom has never been through that. And even there's a point, I think, my dad had been like, so what do you think you did to cause this? And he was saying it in such an innocent way. Like he wasn't even trying to be, he wasn't trying to be mean or anything.
Yeah.
He was just like genuinely asking, because for him it's logical. He's like, there must have been something that caused this. It can't just, so that thing broke me. Like it broke me. My sisters are trying to be there, but like they don't know how. So they're just like sorry, do we buy you something? Like but like and I had like previously, I think I had like a friend who had gone through a miscarriage, but they weren't the talkative type. So even when I told them, they're just like, I'm really sorry, I'm here for you. And then,
had you known at that point that she'd gone through a miscarriage?
Yeah. She was an influencer and she had spoken about it like on her YouTube and everything, but she didn't want to talk about it beyond that.
Yes.
Like, so it was here and there, and it was a bit of a process. Like,
did you ever seek like help? Did you ever go to therapy or anything like that?
No, I didn't. I just I'm not sure. I don't. It didn't even cross my mind, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like some things just not top of mind, especially in Africa. Like therapy is not really the first space you think of. It should have been, though. Like I wish, if I could go back, I wish I would have, because it would have helped the healing process faster than it is than what happened after. Like I feel like it would have been very beneficial to actually talk to someone and express just fully how I'm feeling. Yeah.
Okay. What did that grieving process look like for you? Did you guys ever start, have you had that conversation or started having conversation about like, let's try again? What were your feelings about that?
So the weirdest thing that happened. So they're like, okay, you're going to bleed for 6 weeks. I'm like, cool. So literally on the like last week is when now the bleeding is now kidogo kabisa, it stops. And it was just, for me, it was like finally, like, it was like, it's just a funeral. Like, now it's over. Like when you're buried, like the bleeding has stopped. So now even like, let's just bury it, but not really. But I was so in the need for this affection and everything. On that 6 weeks, we just have intercourse. In 2 weeks, bruv. Because she said in those after the 6 weeks, no, I wasn't supposed to bleed for 6 weeks. I was bleeding for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But then she said, my period will come in 6 weeks. Okay, sorry, how did I confuse that? I confused that.
Yeah.
So I was bleeding for 2 weeks, and then my period would come on the 6th week. So the 6th week reaches, and my period is not there. And I'm like, okay. Week 7, I'm like, where's my period? Why isn't it not coming? And then on week 8, I take a test. I'm pregnant.
What?
Yo. I'm like, okay. Later when we found out,
What was that feeling when you saw that test?
It was, first I took it by myself. Like I didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him you were taking it?
Yeah. Because as you know, still like in a low, it was a downer moment still.
Yes.
Like we're still like grieving and stuff.
So he didn't even know you were late?
No, he didn't know he was late.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go get the test. I take I bought it, I think at night somewhere. Then in the morning I woke up, it was positive. And I remember just sitting in the toilet being like, I don't know what to feel about it. I don't know if I should be excited. Because like, what if they just go again? Like, I don't know, maybe my womb is just not meant for kids, you know? And I didn't tell him. I went to the room, I wrapped it in tissue, put it in my underwear drawer, and just went back to bed.
Oh, wow. So he was in the house at the time?
Yeah, he was in the house. He was in bed. He was in bed. I never said
that was actually the question.
anything.
Now you've reminded me of the question I wanted to ask you, and then we're going to come back to this moment.
Okay.
After you had that miscarriage, did you feel a fear of like, can I not have kids? Like,
yeah, I had that fear because there's those stories of women who are like, oh, so you have had like 6, 7 miscarriages.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I said, Yani, maybe it's just not for me. Maybe if this happens again, like I'm not trying again. Like my heart can't handle another. Like, yeah.
Okay, so fast forward now to this moment. You've taken your test.
Yeah, it's positive.
But you haven't told him. You've got him back into bed like nothing's happened.
A week went by. I'm not saying anything.
Week.
I swear to God, a week.
And what's going through your mind in this week?
I'm like, I'm actually kind of numb. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be excited because now I'm like needing myself. Like, you know how you lower your expectations?
Yes, yeah.
So I was like, let me not expect. Like, let me just lower my expectations. Yeah, so that I'm not too excited. Then I was like, not sure how to tell him because, So, and the weird thing is now, a week later when I tell him, he genuinely was like, oh, okay.
So very different reaction from the first time.
Yeah. Like you could tell even for him, he's just managing his expectations. Yes. And it kind of hurt me kidogo. You know, like I was like, I know me, I'm not feeling it. But then I felt like you'd feel it so that like I cannot start feeling it.
I get you.
So we just sat and like we just didn't do anything. And then I was like, okay, I think we need to go and find out how far I am because I'm not sure. We go check. I think a week later, we go check. I was already like 4 weeks. So like it happened literally after this bleeding stopped. Yes. And then like we had intercourse and literally immediately.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were like, hey, okay, sawa. Then we just like never did anything about it.
What do you mean by that?
Like we just sat. We never told anybody. We never talked. We weren't even talking about it. Like we went for the doctor session, came back and just like chilled and continued with like normal life. Like I was taking my folic acid. But I took my supplements. But we weren't actively talking about the child.
And at this point, you're not excited or anything.
You're
still managing your expectations.
I'm still managing.
Okay.
So that's 4 or 5 weeks. Then around 6 weeks, we're like, you know what? I think maybe let's just, since we learned our lesson from last time, let's not tell anybody until month 3.
Yeah.
Which I understand why people do that now. You know, somebody's like, but not feature. I'm like,
share with
us. I can imagine, guys, just like, take your time. Take your time. So we never told anybody, weren't doing any show. Like, we were not I was researching stuff online and stuff just to make sure that this doesn't happen again. I'm just watching things.
What were you watching?
Like just what I need to do, like what, like how do you act after a miscarriage? Like does your womb just go back to normal? Like what better can I do to make sure the health of the baby is perfect? You know. So I'm like, at a point it's like, okay, you can't keep on taking more supplements than what you're supposed to because like now that's damage. Like relax, like slow down. So I'm just trying to be perfect. And like I think around after we did the first ultrasound at 8 weeks, and then later on, now at 13 weeks, I think is when 13 is when, that's 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at 13
Yeah,
weeks,
12, 13 weeks,
after the second ultrasound is when now, like, I told my family. And when 13, not telling everybody, it was just like my immediate family and then like a few close friends.
Yeah.
But we're just like, just keep it hush.
Yeah.
Like, shout.
Yeah.
So even for me, like, I stopped posting. I used to be like a content creator at that time. Because it was time for TikTok and stuff. So I was like actively on it. But because I didn't want people to know I was pregnant, I just stopped posting.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
stopped posting for like that whole year. I wasn't posting anything because I was
Yeah.
just like, man, yeah. There's still that trauma because you're
Yeah.
like, you never know. Because sometimes miscarriages even happen after 13 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was still like just, I think I started buying clothes like at month 5, 6.
Okay.
Is when I was like, okay, I think now we're out of the blues, we're out of the red. Like we can now start being excited and do it. Yeah. So that was during the pregnancy. So it was still a bit of managing and sometimes also grieving because like when August arrived, because August was the time the first child should have been born. And I think at that time I was maybe like 7 months. And I remember grieving on that day because I had the EDD. It was August 20th. And that day I just cried because I was like, this was the day so-and-so was to be born. I remember the first time I was pregnant, I bought like 2 clothes, just like those tiny newborn ninis, just for me. And for me, it was like my nini of faith, my seed of faith. Like, this is my first like purchase and So at that time, I felt like I wanted to throw them and I miscarried, but I was like, no, Corinne, just like keep it as hope. So I put them in my drawer. So I remember even on that August 20th, I removed them and I just looked at them and I grieved him again. I grieved them again because I didn't know what gender they were. I grieved again, and it was a sad day for me. Like I just, I'm like, I know I'm happy I have this rainbow baby, but like it's not them. That one has God. Like that was a life in its own. Because a lot of people have that thing for Mungu tu ata like ni kama this second one should be a replacement. And it's like it's not a replacement. Like it doesn't work like that. Because if you think about a living child, you can't say, oh, firstborn wako amekufa, usijali, at least kuna second born.
Exactly.
So it was still like really hard.
Did you grieve that day with your husband? Did you guys
No,
talk
I was just
about
alone.
it at all?
I was just alone.
So you guys didn't even
like
have
I mentioned
that
it to him, and he was just like, like I think at that time he was maybe over it. I don't know if he was over it or he just didn't want to deal with it.
To keep staying.
So he was just like, sorry. I think he bought me chocolate or something. Just like men they don't know what to do. They don't know. They really try. They try, but they don't know. They're just like,
Can I ask? What do you feel like you needed in that moment? What would you have needed for him to do?
Gosh, I feel like sometimes you don't even know what you need. Because like sometimes you want to be held and sometimes you don't want to be held. Sometimes I feel like, me personally, I think I wanted to just talk. I wanted time to just talk about it. Like, be like, what do you think they would have been? I know I don't know if that helps or not, but for me, I feel like that's what I needed.
That's what you wanted.
That's what I wanted. To just talk and like imagine their whole lives until their death, and then be like, okay, that was good. That was a good life. Like let's just imagine. Like it doesn't hurt to just do that with someone and be like, maybe they had your eyes. They had my skin. To just, it's kind of like living the life for them imaginationally and until they finish. Hey, that's not the right word. Guy, Jesus. Anyway.
It's your word. It's okay.
It's a word for me now. It's a word. And that was I grieved by myself on that day. So I remember even when, can I explain about the birth?
Go ahead.
On the day that I gave birth, I was excited, of course. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I was so grateful and everything. And then there was this part of me that creeped up, and I kind of felt like the voice of the other child being like, man, why wasn't it me? Like, why didn't I make it? And it was so heartbreaking. I grieved again in that hospital. Wow, it was so bad. I remember I wrote a poem. I wrote a
Wow.
poem about that situation. That was just very, very heartfelt. I don't know. I think I still have it. It's on my phone somewhere.
Okay.
And it was really, I was like, Yanni, this is one of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
But I'm still thinking about you. Like
Yeah.
it's you're not a replace. This is not a replacement. Like you're still
You still
there.
existed in your own
Yeah,
right.
right. And it was really, it was such an emotional piece. But that, I think that now at least helped a bit for me to actually write that down,
Yeah.
because sometimes you may look selfish
Yeah.
when you're still grieving and you've gotten another child.
Yes.
You know, because other people are like, Ashmi has miscarried and I've never been able to get another kid. And so even in them, sometimes with people who've gotten miscarriages, when you don't look like you're ungrateful.
Yes.
You know, so you have to pretend and be like, yes. And, you know, because everyone will be like, you see, God has shown up for you. And so I'm like, yeah, but the pain still.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that pain has subsided for you, gone away for you, or does it just come in waves? Do you still think about them?
The pain subsided. It hasn't disappeared, but it definitely, I don't think about it as often, but there are once in a while, like maybe once every 3 months or something, I'll be like, oh man, yeah, like
Yeah.
those. So I know there's different people who work with different things. There's some people who be like, it was my firstborn and but for me, I was just like, yeah, it was a loss. They never made it to term, and it's fine. I may not say that they were my firstborn because they never were born, but I'll always have that, like my first pregnancy.
Yeah, because that's actually what I wanted to ask you next. Do you consider yourself a mom of one or a mom of two?
For me personally, I just say a mom of one, because I feel
Okay.
like anytime I say a mom of two, I have to go through
You have to explain.
yes, and
Yeah.
then also people are not so nini with that. Like a lot of people, when you say you're a mom of two, and they're like, they consider a mom of two maybe after like a stillbirth. You know, that's when
Yes.
we're like, that's when
They've
they're
seen
like,
the baby. The world has seen the baby.
hey.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't want to enter those debates and those dramas. Like
Yeah.
I know it internally, but like I'm never gonna say it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the,
You
the
don't.
drama
Yeah.
around it, and people
Yeah.
just having their opinions inside my stories. So yeah.
Okay. Where do you feel like you are now about everything that happened?
Whew, I'm in a better place for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I've healed to a certain extent. It's not something that can ever go away, because it's a loss. Like
Yeah.
it can't. It's just, you don't wake up and it never happened. It's
Yeah.
something that you will always carry with you. But where I see it from is, like for me, even having this platform to be able to talk about it gives purpose to the miscarriage happening. You know, like those, because it's like there must have been a reason. And even if the reason is so that I can talk about it to help other people who've gone through it, know that they're not alone and that it's okay, and that life continues after, in terms of you can, like, better things can happen after, and also that your heart will heal. So if that's the point, like
There was purpose in it.
yeah. So it was not that it was worth it, but you know what I mean. Like it's kind of, even when a bad situation happens, there's still a purpose beyond it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for me. I made peace with it. I made peace with God, because at first I was like, how would you let this happen to me? Like I'm so faithful to you. Like I'm in church. Like I'm prayerful. I but like you realize, just in this world, bad things happen even to good people.
Yeah.
Like that's the way the sun shines, the way the rain comes on every man. These things happen to good or bad people. It has nothing to do with anything about you. Just it's literally like the way time and chance happens to them all, whether it's the good things or the bad things. And it's not your fault. And we can life still, any life is still worth living.
Yeah. What do you think that society really doesn't understand, or you wish they understood, or something they get wrong about miscarriage?
One is the notion that you must have done something. Like, hey, like they always have, there's always those people like, Connie, you are doing drugs, and Connie, that's just that. Like, people are so logical for it must have been something you did. So I feel like that's what carries the shame. A lot of times people are like, hey, people who live in, or because we're Africans, people will always, oh, Nilana, oh, you were cast, oh, because so, they start even being like, I don't know, like your aunties and uncles uko in Ushago will be like, hey, usikange na huyu unajua huyu alipoteza mtoto. So if you're around them and you're trying with pregnancy, unaweza shikwa na yo laana ya.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh
That's
my God,
crazy.
those things happen. Like, I've heard stories. That didn't happen to me, but I've heard a lot of people have that. Like, especially you have 1, 2 miscarriages, 3, people just start being like, kona bad omen and stuff.
Wow.
So I really, it's crazy that even some people in our generation think that. Like, I'm like, millennials, man, what are we doing?
Yeah.
How are we thinking like this though?
Yeah.
And so yeah, like there's those two things that I wish society would just like stop being ignorant about it. And then also be sensitive, like doing that thing for, tapata tu mengine ama sijui, or some people try to give advice for, do you know, okay, no, those ones maybe they've done research somewhere here, because when they say sometimes it's like some kind of chemical imbalances, or there are certain features that were not in the child, or they would have ended up in a certain way. They're like, labda huyo mtoto ange end up kwa sijui bila mkono ama sijui bila what, so like thank God they just went. And I'm like, okay, so okay, I got those. People get those remarks, and genuinely that person, when they're saying it, they think they're helping.
Yeah, they don't mean
them.
harm.
They're genuinely being like, hey, unajua, so you are saved off a bad, defective child. Hi, goddamn. And so I wish people just, I don't know, be sensitive. Be sensitive about the things. Just like think before you talk to someone who's grieving, and treat it like an actual loss. Because even there's the thing that people are like, lakini ilikuwa tu sijui 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. Yata uko unajua kani dema machali. They have all these.
They're like invalidating.
They're like, it was so early anyway. It doesn't matter.
Really a child yet. Yeah.
Oh man, like those things happen, and usually they're saying it from a good place. Like, at least hata ikwa yo that 6 weeks where you had to do the surgery for nini. This one ilikuwa easy to kutoka, so it wasn't ati they hadn't grown that much.
Yeah, they don't understand.
That thing, it really hurts.
Like
yeah, because it completely invalidates. It makes you look like you're just being crazy and you're overreacting, and your grief isn't worth it. So yeah, I feel like people could be more sensitive and just research more and be sensitive. Think about what you're saying. Like, even if it's in good light, I can just think, lakini, does this make sense?
Yeah. Okay. If you're sitting next to someone who's going through a miscarriage right now, what would you tell them? Or what do you wish someone had told you at that time?
I'll just hold them first. No, women, okay, there's some people who don't like being held, but like, just that support, sometimes just that contact, because I feel like sometimes you feel you want that child to embrace you, and any kind of touch helps. But I would tell them, okay, that's a hard one.
Or what do you wish someone had told you?
What do I wish someone would
time?
tell me? I wish someone told me that, one, it's not my fault. And I'm not a bad person for it. And I think even knowing the fact that it's more common than is put out helped. Because, when it's maybe you're the first one in your family, or people are like, hey, you're strange. But when you realize it's a bit more common, it kind of gives you comfort. It's comfort in numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. okay. So I wish I knew how much common it is for, and not in Anini, but it's, yeah, like, sometimes when you feel like there's a community, even if I don't know the community, but I feel like there is,
they're there.
although
They're there.
I did join communities of miscarriage online. I forgot to say that.
It's okay, yeah.
I did. I think first it was like on Facebook. It was like on Facebook.
Was it like a Kenyan group?
No, it wasn't.
It was
It was an international group. Because at that time I was really craving for community.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, one of these apps, I forget which app. Oh, I had like 5 apps for pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I think there was one that had, like, if you have a miscarriage, like, they open a new portal for you.
Okay.
Now where you have like a chat section with other mothers who've gone through a miscarriage. And I felt that was so, actually that was really good. Like just being able to talk to other mothers internationally everywhere, because it was really good. So I like that I don't remember which app it is, but I know there's that. And then I joined like 2 Facebook groups for moms who are going through miscarriage. So that was really helpful, just ranting and venting and expressing yourself and just being sad, and people just telling you all the hugs and care and everything. People saying like they went and buried like some clothes. There were some people, like, people are just saying the different ways that they've grieved through it. And I feel like some of those methods helped. Like, it was just good to see, and you try it and you see, you're like, oh, okay, that was nice, that felt like a good release. So that was actually a very important point. I remember having that support. And it's good right now that, I mean, we're in a universal space on the internet, so you can always find those communities there. Just Google Nini, they're there.
Yeah.
So that would be a good, and podcasts like this.
Yeah.
So thank you for this.
Thank you.
We really, really do need this space for people to actually talk and know that they're not alone. And it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any last minute things? Anything we haven't talked about? Anything you want to say?
Wow. Honestly, the joy of, okay, for those who end up trying again, the joy of rainbow babies is amazing. And for those who are afraid to go through it again or have gone through it a couple of times, my heart is with you, and there's still nothing wrong with you. Like, sometimes even if it's a medical issue, it's not something that you brought about for yourself. It's the same way people have different issues that have inhibited or stopped them from getting certain things in life. It's not the end just because it may be an issue and you're literally unable to. I pray for fulfillment within yourself, and that the hole that you feel you needed a child to fill, I pray that there's a way that God can give you satisfaction. And if you desire to go through other means, whether it's adoption or surrogacy or all these other things, they're possible. I've seen people go through that when they've had a number of miscarriages and they're told, honestly, their body can't handle it. Had like surrogate births, and that is still your child. Or even if you have a donor, maybe it's something with your eggs, you can still get that child, even if it's with an egg that's not yours. But motherhood is not necessarily that. Motherhood is everything that happens after. So even when you have a child that is not biologically yours, the fulfillment can still stay the same. So that's my encouragement, because there's, it's a whole spectrum of people who are going through this. So that's the last thing I'd like to say. And we're here. The community is here for you. If you want us to start opening more communities and to talk about these things, it would be really, really good. But satisfaction will definitely come. That's what I speak over everybody's life who's listening and is going through this.
That was beautiful. I don't even want to say anything beyond that. But thank you guys for listening. Do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me at Corrine Kahi, CORINNEKAHI on everywhere.
Yeah, and she
Everywhere.
does some really cool stuff.
Yes.
In the creative. She was telling me some of what she does.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you guys want to join us, join in the community and follow our journey as we hear more of these stories, you can find us on our social medias. It's The Light Within Us Podcast, KE. Yeah, let's keep this conversation going. If you want to be on this podcast, please go to one of our social medias and DM us. And yeah, follow, comment, subscribe, and let's continue. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.